So I got a question. What is coming home?
What do you mean?
Maybe everyone who's like doing sports out of state is like coming back.
Coming home is like going home after school, right?
I don't know. Santa Claus.
What is coming home?
I said, what is coming home?
What is coming home?
That's so real. What is coming home? Stay tuned to find out.
All right, who do we have here?
Roger White.
This is Mr. White, who's one of our biology teachers. Mr. White, what is coming home, like the school event coming home?
Coming home to me would be those that maybe have been gone a while,
Okay.
would like to come back and see how things are going on at the school.
Okay, so what's the
Similar
difference?
to- Similar to a homecoming.
Sure.
But I think we call coming home or make it a homecoming for basketball.
I see, okay. And do you happen to recall, just off the top of your head, over the last couple of years, what we do for coming home here at Summit High School?
I would think very similar to what we do for homecoming. We have dress-up days, etc., events that take place, pep rallies, and so forth.
Yeah. Can you think of anything else?
No, sir.
Yes, no, there's a reason for that, and we're going to talk about that in just a
Okay.
minute. Thank you so
Yes.
much for your time.
Yes, sir. No problem.
So, Mr. Jackson, what is coming home?
Listen, you're asking the real questions. Okay, listen. Coming home is everything that Mr. White mentioned that it was. It is like homecoming for basketball season. And I recognize that homecoming is a really big deal. And we've done a good job making homecoming a big deal the last few years. You know what I mean? But the problem is that we do a really, really cool thing at coming home. And like, now some of the people that we talked to today were freshmen, and so it makes sense that they wouldn't know about it, right? But some of them were like teachers at the school. That's how bad a job we've done promoting this the last couple of years. Like, let's get so real about this. Coming Home is a fundraiser for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which like fulfills the dreams of kids with terminal and or chronic illnesses. It is one of the most like universally acclaimed, incredible charitable organizations in the entire nation. We do a whole fundraiser for them, and we use Coming Home Court to do it rather. And like, we do this every year, and people don't even hear about it. And you know why? It's our fault. It's our fault because we have not done a good enough job. It's my fault, really. We have not done a good enough job promoting this event, right? So, like, I have a question. Did you, like, when Coming Home happened last year, do you even really remember it happening?
Not really.
Right. There were so many students at the school who didn't know anything about Coming Home or that it was even happening until we brought the kid out. And like bringing the kid out and like having the wish and everything is super cool, right? But like there were people who didn't even know. So this is the difference this year. This year, what we're going to do today is we are going to take this opportunity over the course of the next, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever it is. And we are going to introduce you properly to what Coming Home is, to who our kid is this year. Like, we actually already have our kid who's like our wish kid this year. Like, we have a kid, we're gonna meet the kid today. And the hope is that we can get everybody on board with this really cool thing that we're doing in hopes that the school can really like band together and make a difference in this kid's life.
So what Coming Home is basically homecoming, but for basketball. So instead of a football game at the end of the week, you're going to have a basketball game. And instead of crowning a queen, you're crowning a king. And then we also have the honor of being able to grant a kid's wish, because we partner with Make-A-Wish. Our main fundraising event for Coming Home will be our Coming Home Court, in which you can put money towards the members that you want to make Coming Home King. All this money will be raised towards our Make-A-Wish kid, and this is just a way to incite more competition and get more involved with the fundraising.
This year for Coming Home, our theme will be Wizard of Oz, and we're going to have a whole spirit week. So our dress-up days are going to be Monday is Munchkin Land, which you dress up as a kid. Tuesday is going to be Tin Man, so it's disco out. Wednesday is going to be Which is Which, so it's basically Twin Day. Thursday is going to be Follow the Yellow Brick Road, so you dress up as your future career. And Friday is going to be Levi Day, so it's Western out. Thank you.
So everything that the student body officers and I just told you about, it's cool and it's fun, but it doesn't really mean anything unless we can put a human face on it, right? And so it is my distinct joy, honor, and pleasure to have here with me today some very special guests. And so we're going to go around. I want everybody to introduce themselves, and then we're just going to have a conversation. So go for it. You first.
I'm Caitlin, and I work for Make-A-Wish Middle Tennessee, and I get to help make wishes come true, like Levi's.
That's awesome. All right, you all go ahead.
I'm Ashley Bearden.
I'm Grayson.
Tell them who you are. The camera.
Levi.
And I'm Jason Bearden.
Awesome. And Levi, actually, wave to the camera right there, buddy. Can you wave? Yeah. Levi is going to be the kid that we are going to be raising some money for this year as part of Coming Home. And so I'm super, super excited to have Levi and his family here. And I just wanted to share with everybody, like, you know, how much of a difference anything that we do here makes. So if you don't mind, let's just get started with this. Do you mind telling us Levi's story? And if you could just start with, like, how old was Levi when he was first, like, when we had the first signs that something was off?
Mm-hmm. So Levi was born a completely normal pregnancy, no complications or anything. He lived the first 3 years and 5 months of his life completely normal. He got a little cold and we went to the hospital just for a little, like, checkup to see what was going on. His bowel twisted.
He knows what's up. That's
knows.
awesome. You tell us, Levi.
The doctors just thought it was just a common cold, so Dad and I were told to just switch up Tylenol, Motrin, and that it would go away in a few days. It didn't go away, did it, buddy? No. What happened? It was your bowel twisting, huh?
Yep.
So his bowel twisted, and we didn't know that, but we just decided to take him in for some hydration. So we called the pediatrician on call because it was after hours, and he said he just had this strange feeling after asking some questions, and he said, I think you should just take him to the Williamson ER and just let him get checked out. He might need some fluids because he was super dehydrated is what we thought. So we get there, and it was definitely not that. There was people rushing around everywhere. It was very shocking and scary. I just remember the next thing we know, we are on an ambulance heading straight to Vanderbilt Children's Hospital, and you would have
sick.
You were very sick, yes, sir. And you would have a surgery in just a few hours.
Sleep. They gave me medicine to go to sleep.
They did give you medicine to go to sleep, and you couldn't stay awake in the ambulance, could you?
My eyes were like this.
Yep.
Your eyes.
So the first surgery happened very quickly.
Very quickly that
Very
that
quickly.
night. We were in the ambulance, and it was the world turned upside down because we didn't know what was wrong. Williamson just knew it was something worse than what they could take care of. So we got there. More doctors and nurses than I can count came rushing to us. It was a crazy amount. Anyway, so the first surgery happened, and that's when we learned that his bowel had twisted, and they had to take some of his small bowel out. And he would have to have another surgery in just a day or so.
Oh, man.
So he ended up having 6 surgeries within 12 days.
6 surgeries in 12 days.
Where they would go in, take a little bit of the bowel out that didn't look viable, and then leave some and hope that it would gain the pink blood flow and come back to life.
Yeah.
It didn't. So a lot of things went through everyone's mind. We were being told over and over that these surgeries are life-saving and that he may not make it. We met with that team of people.
Palliative care.
Palliative care. They were kind of preparing us. Dark days, dark nights. I remember us crying constantly.
So medical professionals were telling you that it was unlikely that he was going to
Right.
live.
Medical professionals were saying that he would need a bowel transplant, that he couldn't live without having something to absorb his nutrition. It was dark. It was scary. I remember praying hard and praying hard and hard and hard. Like, what do we do from here? We ended up, my friend reached out and said, Ashley, I don't know what to do. We've been friends since 2nd grade. She's like, I can't help and I don't know what to do. She said, but I'm reaching out to the Intestinal Malrotation Foundation, and she did. And she came across Megan Short, who's over Intestinal Malrotation Foundation. She got a number to a doctor in Boston, Dr. Mark Pewter. My friend said, I'm going to email him on your behalf. Is that okay? She emailed him on our behalf, and I don't even know what day this was. My phone rang, and Boston Children's Hospital was on the phone, and he said, what's going on? And we let him know that this is what they're telling us. He needs a transplant. They don't do those here at Vanderbilt. We're going to have to do something else, or he just won't make it. And Dr. Pewter said, I will help from here if you want to get him transferred, we can do that, or you can keep him there and they can do some of the other surgeries to get him here and off the ventilator. So that's what we did. We kept him there until he was off the ventilator. Dr. Pewter was, through the grace of God, helping them with each surgery. We were told that a couple of the surgeries had so many surgeons in there, it was almost like a faculty meeting.
Oh, man.
With Dr. Pewter on speakerphone. So he would have a total of 7 surgeries at Vanderbilt Children's. We would go home right before Christmas this time next year, only to go back for 3 more surgeries in Boston.
Oh, man. Okay.
He just had his last surgery in May.
Oh, my goodness. That's awesome. And
Didn't you?
And that's absolutely, so these people, the people at Boston Children's Hospital and at Vanderbilt, they saved his life.
100%.
Everyone has saved his life.
That is
God too.
God too. Okay.
All the prayers of the people that we love and care for, and people we don't even know across the world, have followed his page, Levi Strong, and
Oh, it's called Levi Strong.
it is.
And so, what social media is the page on?
It's on Facebook, and it's called Our Fighter Man.
Our fighter. Oh, I love that so
Well,
much.
it
Okay.
happened right after Halloween, and he would tell us last year. We would say, "What do you want to be for Halloween?" And he would say, "I'll be Fireman," which sounded like a firefighter or Spider-Man. He ended up being a Spider-Man and a fireman, but also a fighter man when he had all of his surgery.
That's so cool.
So
That's so cool.
he's fought hard to live.
Yep.
He's been through more than anyone will ever have to endure.
Yeah.
But he's still
Look at this energy.